Welcome to this instructional video about the section on screens. In this short video, I would like to take you through what the screens menu actually means, what can you do with it, and how can you best manage screens. For that, you first go to the screens level. Here, you will again see the same structure as you have seen before. Namely, you can search by name, you can search by labels, and you can sort by edit location, for example. Then you will see the name of the screen displayed. If you click on the info icon, you will then see the information about this screen. How many playlists does this screen include? Who created it? What is the total duration of this screen? So if you arrange all the templates in order, how much time does it need to play all the templates? You can also see what the aspect ratio of this screen is. The aspect ratio of a screen in this environment is determined by the first template that is added to the screen. So if you have created a template that is 16 by 9, it automatically ensures that when you add it to this screen, the screen in this environment is also 16 by 9. If your physical installation is, for example, portrait, which is 9 by 16, it is important to also format your first template in 9 by 16 and then add it to this screen. What you also see in this environment is the location of this screen. To fill that in, you need to make sure you edit the screen. I'll show you that in a moment. You see a unique link between this screen, and this is the unique link between the screen in this CMS and the screen on location. So at the moment you add this in the app, it ensures that an automatic connection is established between this screen and the physical installation. You can also click on the eye icon, and when you click on the eye icon, you can, for example, click through the presentation of the active presentation. You can view all the templates that are currently active. The advantage of this is that you can see exactly what is playing. You also see the templates, but you do not see the templates that are not active. So at the moment a template is scheduled but not yet visible, you won't see it appear with this eye icon. And the additional advantage is that the viewer on location does not see that you are clicking through that presentation. You can edit a screen. I'll show you that in a moment. You can link certain sub-users to this screen. If you want to know more about using sub-users and how to manage them best, then check out one of our other videos. You can restart the screen. And make sure you only restart the app and not the physical screen itself. So you ensure that the app is restarted when you press this button. This can be useful if you think the content isn't playing smoothly. It automatically restarts the app and then continues with the active presentation. You can also duplicate a screen. Why is it useful to duplicate a screen if you think it has certain settings that another screen might need when you set it up? Adding a display, or at all having active displays, is of course initially based on your licenses. If you have 5 licenses, then you obviously cannot create more displays, and therefore cannot duplicate the display either. You can also remove a display. If the display is unnecessary, you no longer need this display, or if you want fewer licenses, you can remove the display with this button. However, be careful when you remove the display, but actually still need that code. If you will remove the display, it will generate a new code on the moment you're adding a new display again. So if you want to reuse this display, then retain this screen and ensure that the code is installed in another physical setup. This code is of course unique, and the moment you see that code in 2 different places and have thus added it, our system recognizes it, and it can obviously only play physically at one location. The other screen will then go black. What else do you see on this page? you also see the legend again. And this legend ensures that you can easily see whether the screen is active, if it has communication with the physical screen on location, or if something is wrong. With the red dot, you can see that this screen has been inactive for more than 24 hours. And that means you need to take action. Does the screen need to be on? Is there an issue? Is the power, for example, turned off? This way you can easily see what's going on with the screen. How do you edit a screen? You do this by going to the screen, for example, display entrance, and then pressing the pencil icon. I am going to edit this screen. Click on it, and then you can access the page where you can edit this screen. What can you do here? You can add a playlist. When you are about to publish, you can add a playlist in this way. You will then see those playlists listed below, and you can also see the status of that playlist. Is it active today? Is it scheduled? Or does it, for example, override all other playlists? You can see this by the star icon. You can add an unlimited number of playlists. When you add a playlist, it is placed at the end of the queue. A screen plays templates in the order you see here, from left to right. What else can you do on this page? I can edit a screen. I can enter a name for this screen. Make sure it is as clear as possible and matches the physical screen on site. You can ensure that the e-paper settings are applied. If you want to know more about e-paper, contact one of our specialists to find out what e-paper can mean for your organization. You can also set whether a default template should be visible when no templates are active. Because what you want to avoid is your screen going black. You can set the default template in your account. I will provide a bit more information on how to set that up shortly. Additionally, you have a number of advanced settings. For example, templates are always aligned at the top of your screen. Below, you will find some relevant information that also applies to this. And what's interesting is that you can also apply transitions to a screen. So when you have template 1, how does it transition to template 2? The animations you have for that are shown below. We have a number of basic animations, for example, no animation if you don't want any. You can use fade in as well to apply the transition. Here, you also have slide over, but we also have a number of other advanced settings. The moment you click on this tab, you will see the options here that you can apply as choices. And the moment you hover your mouse over the preview, you will see the preview of that animation. If I select this, you can apply a number of color options in this case. The beauty of this is that it creates much more dynamism on your screen. When template 1 transitions to template 2, it does so with this transition in this case. I select this and I apply my color settings here. And here again, I can nicely refer to my brand colors. Once I am in agreement with the transition, I proceed to press the Save button. You can see that the transition has been updated at the top. Additionally, I confirm that it now holds this transition. In other words, he now gets this transition between each template. Additionally, I can adjust a location. And at the moment I press the location, I can ensure that it selects a different location instead. And I see that he can select a new location here, and I add it. So now I apply this location to this screen. What happens then is two things. You can see on the right side of the screen location that it has adopted that location. The advantage in addition is that you can add all these screens in that way. And the additional benefit is that a number of templates can then refer to it. For example, the weather report template. Do you want to create a weather report for Breda, for Tilburg, in short, all your locations within your network? And they therefore include many different locations: Tilburg, Breda, Den Bosch, or even worldwide. Then you can ensure with just one click that it takes over the screen location you just set there, so it refers to this location. It saves a lot of actions because you don't have to create a template for each location in your network. Then we'll go back to editing this screen for a moment. As mentioned, you can apply several buttons here, add a playlist. You can therefore edit the screen, for example, apply the transition or change the name of the screen, and you can adjust a location here. In addition, you see an overview of all playlists linked to this screen. And what else you can do is apply a touchscreen configuration. I'll be happy to tell you more about that in another instructional video that focuses specifically on touchscreens. This is the end of this video specifically about screens. Do you want to know more or delve deeper into playlists, publications, templates, or modules? Then check out one of our other in-depth videos. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you back on our platform.